So, hello, this is Margot Charvelin and I am Jessica Friedling. We just finished our master degree in media design at HED Geneva. And today we present you Penultimo. This project was presented and realized for the Salone del Mobile in Milan. So the name Penultimo comes from the abécédaire of the famous philosopher Gilles Deleuze. And in this philosophical discussion, he talks about inebriety, and he refers to the search of the second last glass. And this is the one of drunkenness. And this is the glass preceding the one that will make you think. But that glass brings you to the before last step of inebriation, when you are still inspired but not collapsed. And from this reflection, we asked ourselves, what if we wanted to recreate this creative drunkenness? How could we feel it in an active and interactive way?
So, for centuries, humans have sought out divine elixirs such as ambrosia or the fountain of youth through research into the philosopher's stone. Alchemists have created various chemical experiences in order to achieve this ultimate goal, a quest for the quintessential material that so many have sought before. But what if this research itself were the ultimate goal, that quintessential essence that so many have been thinking? What if this research become a game?
So, Penultimo is a hybrid cocktail apparatus that is inspired by the world of alchemy. And as players descend into the depths of a smartphone game, their action within the app concoct a unique elixir. And the player explores an interactive environment, and he collects liquid substances that result of an experience that can be tasted in the physical environment. And so this experience is like the quintessence of the quest of the player. And so the different cocktails come from historical recipes, and indeed you have two different results. So one of them is if the player did not collect any red liquids, he can get ambrosia. This is the drink of knowledge.
If, on the other hand, players mixed in too many red liquid, he concoct hypocras, a less noble, more rustic drink. So the design of the object is inspired by the shape of alembics, historical alembics instruments which allow to extract the essence of a liquid, and the chemistry glassware instrument of research and experimentation. 5 different craftsmen worked on the object, from glassblower to painter through iron worker. It was a really interesting work and challenge with lots of different constraints like weight, sanitary, height of flow, and waterproofness. We worked with 2 different glass blowers in order to find the appearance we were looking for between alchemical universe and a piece of art. The glassware shape and position give to the user the key for the gameplay. Indeed, he can find this form in the game. The 3 round spheres contain fruit alcohol with spices, and the liquid can be operated in the real time. The 2 central glasses both contain wine, but one is full of red wine and the other one is full of white wine. They are here to indicate to the user the result of his elixir and allow him to observe the liquid flowing to the last glass. Indeed, he colors his drink depending on his way of playing. Red for the failure and blue for success. The lights are a user feedback and indicate which liquid flowed. They also pulse when the machine is not in use to call on viewer to try the experience. The result of it is every cocktail is unique because it depends on how many droplets was caught and to which fair they are related. The player can get a more or less sweet or more or less spicy drink, depending on his way of playing.
So the machine is connected to a smartphone or a digital tablet, and it works with Bluetooth. And inside the virtual space, the player is represented by a blue liquid droplet and sucks in neighboring liquid when they approach. And the player controls this droplet with the gyroscope by rotating the device like that. And so there are different ways that do not have the same difficulty. In some paths, for example, you can catch more or less red wine. As the player siphons on the virtual liquids, some mechanical servo valve is activated and it mixes the different liquids that were collected by the player to make a cocktail. And each color of the liquids that are discovered in the game are related to a different flavor and a different color on the machine. And so this game is kind of a difficult balance between agility and drunkenness. And so it means that the more you play, the more you train, but the more you drink.
So the beginning of our reflection were about how could we rethink the bar as a playful and interactive experience while keeping the social side of it. Because it is as much a show for the player as for people around him. So Penultimo is a fragile equilibrium between virtual and physical environment, where the player experiments the round trip between the machine and the smartphone, a poetic search through the magic of our devices, and concoct a unique drink every time. It's an endless game where it is up to the player to find his penultimate glass. So, at this stage of work, we are looking for people interested in financing or developing with us a second version of this hybrid machine, and in order to open this concept. This version is a resulted proof of concept, but now we would like to go further and work with other craft industry like mixologists and develop other kind of drinks. Thank you very much for your attention, and we are free to discuss it with those who wish it.
Thank you, Jessica. Thank you, Margot. I have a short question. I know that I have to leave the question to the public, but who tasted the application, your work? Who tasted the cocktails that you prepared?
You mean for the before?
For the taste.
We test, and we test with our classmate.
That's research for a purpose.
But no, we made vernissage.
Yes, we made some events just before to go to Milan, and we also choose the recipes according to the design of the object, because it's object that is designed according to the alembic and from the alchemist's world. And so the two possible cocktails are ambrosia or hippocras, that are historical cocktails. So that was logical for us to use this kind of cocktail and not do like, I don't know, Cuba Libre or something like that. It would have been a bit strange for an object and our concept.
Thank you. Do you have any question?
Hello, thank you. I was wondering, what do you do with the data? Do you keep it? Does the machine keeps the data? Do you do something with it? Statistics, or because that's what jumped to my mind. I would try to know if people are influenced by the color, or by the sweetness of the taste, or do they change often their mind and test and then change the recipe, or they just play and then drink and that's all? Do you have insights about this?
It depends a lot of the person, and I think what she really wants to do, but some person just wanted not to get red wine, for example, and so they try several times, or other wanted to try different tastes, so and takes different, so because you have a different path to go through the game, so they wanted to discover the different way where they could go.
Do you keep the data?
No, we didn't collect.
Hi, first of all, thank you very much for the presentation. It was perfect, and as I'm a huge fan of cocktail and bartending, I see myself using this app in a bar. As you were looking for funds to continue your projects, I would recommend to go to London, since it's one of the best towns for cocktail making. And I know that a lot of bars would be interested in maybe having this kind of machine, a smaller one, and that you could reduce the size and maybe offer fewer like iPads in the bar. The prices would be a bit higher, but this would be something really interesting, and I would recommend you to travel there. And maybe you can find, there is one specialist which is named Simon Diffont. If you can write it up and look for him, you can even, I think, write an email and say, hey, see what we did here. If we can resize it, maybe you could be interested. Yeah, that's something I would do.
Okay.
But
Thank you.
Thank you.
nice.
Yeah, that's the plan, or for brand of alcohol or something like this.
So, thank you for your speech.
Thank you.
I leave you also these, maybe later.
Okay. I don't know.
I leave it to you then. So, now we can leave the inebriating world of cocktails to go inside the world of physics. So, I invite on the floor Patrick Arthur Donaldson, that will tell us how we can teach very hard stuff to also expert
Hopefully.
in the field.